My name is Spencer.
And I'm Sharonda.
And we chose to do our project on poverty amongst children, African Americans, and Hispanic Americans.
Okay, as y'all walked in, y'all probably see this big aisle. Probably wondering why it's right here. Why did we separate the classroom? Well, 1 out of every 6 Americans, that's what we represented right here, are in poverty. And that is over 15.1% of the population. And by poverty, I mean they cannot afford the basic needs. No shelter, no food, no health care stuff. Basic needs they need to survive in America. They cannot afford it.
Some of you ask, what is poverty? Listen to me. Here I am, dirty, smelly, and with no proper underwear on. And with the stench of my teeth in front of you, I will tell you, listen to me. Hear me. Listen without pity. I cannot use pity. Listen with understanding. Put yourself in my dirty, worn out, ill-fitting shoes and hear me. Poverty is a state or condition with having little or no money or support, a condition of being poor.
Poverty is a disease. Poverty creates ill health. Many people that are in poverty cannot afford decent housing, they cannot afford clean water, adequate sanitation. Poverty deprives many people of the health care they need because they cannot afford it. Poverty creates illiteracy, meaning they cannot read, therefore they are forced into dangerous jobs, meaning that that may harm their health. And many families struggle to feed their kids. That's why they are really malnutrition. Most of them just want a meal on the table at the end of the day. Why are people in poverty? Some myths are that people are lazy and cannot keep a job. That is not true. Use all their money on drugs and alcohol. And those that living in poverty just want to stay there. Who would actually want to stay living in somewhere that's unsafe, unhealthy, that their kids might not walk out the door and know they might not get shot? Who? The facts are that social structures often leave them there. They are forgotten about. The economy is not set up fairly. And also due to white flight, where a lot of the white population has left their inner cities and moved to the suburbs, that they took jobs, transportation, everything you need to survive or move up the social ladder, they took with them. And also uncontrollable situations, layoffs, sickness. As we know, a lot of people have been getting laid off in the last years. A lot of people have been getting sick. Cancer or something like that could just destroy a whole family and send them and plummet them into poverty. And over the Americans, like millions of Americans will be in and out of poverty during their lifetime. And who are the most vulnerable? Children are. The 2010 census shows that 1 in 5 children live in poverty in America. Children are the poorest age group in the country. Child poverty is from the age 18 and under, and it's on the rise. What are the struggles of the kids that are in poverty? Many of them cannot afford health care. Many of them do not get the education they deserve or need because a lot of the teachers are not qualified. Many of them are born with low birth weight because they cannot get the medical attention they need, and many of them drop out of school. Okay, look at this. A family living in poverty with an annual income of under $2,200-314 live on less than $1,860 a month, $429 a week, and $60 per day. This is not enough for anybody to live comfortably on. And how do we take care of our poor in the United States? According to UNICEF, that the United States ranked the lowest, 22 out of 24 on how we take care of our poor children. And by that I mean there is the largest gap between those who are advantaged and those who are disadvantaged. And they do not, the disadvantaged do not have what the advantage has, meaning that they do not have the best education, the best clothes, well not even clothes, it's the basics. They do not have that. But we do take care of the poor, maybe not as well as we should. We do have programs that help the poor. We have TANF, temporary assistance for needy families, child support, benefits for immigrants, Medicaid, the child nutrition program, and the food stamp program. And now we have a video for you guys just showing how much poverty is actually affecting America.
Well, I've been homeless approximately about 15 years. My work career was truck driver for the past 20 years. I did all arthritis and I had to get off the truck and all that. So.
I've always had a job. I'll find something, but it's not like that. I've been unemployed since 2004. This is 2007.
Almost half of all Americans will personally experience poverty for a year or more at some point in their lives. Right now, 37 million Americans are living below the official federal poverty level.
There's families that's out here on the streets, a mom and her kids sleeping on a lower Wacker Drive, cold as it's being, sleeping on a lower Wacker Drive. When mom goes to sleep, the little kids are up watching over her, and that's sad.
In the richest nation on earth, 37 million people are living in poverty. 1 in 8 Americans, men and women, black and white, young and old.
Medication bills are so high, even with the new program that they have out for us, and what they call the donut hole in the middle of the year, it's just impossible to make ends meet.
Every year my stepdad, he gets laid off work, so it's 9 of us in the family, yes, and during the whole winter, we don't have like food, and so we come here, food. Yeah, because we have like a hard time.
It's not because they aren't trying. They have jobs, they work, but they still come up short.
It's not that I choose to be homeless or anything. I can't afford to live anywhere, and I'm living basically, you know, from one person to another.
Never thought I'd ever end up like this, but I didn't have no choice. Because I'm all on my own, and my family, everybody was gone. So.
One American stricken by poverty is a personal tragedy. 37 million poverty-stricken Americans is a national disgrace.
When you see Americans, that don't apply to us. We don't even pay no attention to it. Turn the TV off, or you're not talking to us. We don't. I'm not even on the pay scale. I had to go to one program to be 200% below the poverty level to go, and I met the criteria. Our government, they say that they're going to help us. They make all these promises to us. When they get in office, they forget all about us and leave us out in the streets with nothing. With nothing. No support, no nothing. And it hurts.
When are we going to put an end to it? For the wealthiest nation in the world, putting an end to poverty is not a matter of money. It's a matter of will. Do we have the will?
That brings us to minorities in poverty. African Americans and Hispanic Americans two of the largest minorities in poverty. They both have similar high poverty rates. They show official poverty rates that are at least twice as high as those of non-Hispanic whites. They have similar socioeconomic and demographic patterns of deprivation. And some of the social, structural disadvantages are they both have lower education, healthcare, no healthcare, a larger chance of being imprisoned, working harder jobs, being low-paid workers. African Americans. 48.1% of all African Americans will have experienced at least 1 year in poverty. By the age of 40, the number grows to 2/3, and more than 3/4 by the age of 50. More than 90% will have lived in poverty by the time they reach the age of 75. This shows the graph of whites, African Americans, and Hispanic Americans. As you can see, whites rank 10.5%, while you got the African Americans and Hispanic Americans both in the 20s. African Americans 24.6 and Hispanic Americans 23.2. So you can, as you can tell, there's a large gap between Hispanic Americans. 25% of Hispanics live in poverty. That's a total of 12.4 million people. And like Sharonda was saying, an annual income of less than $22,000 for a family of four is nowhere near enough money to live comfortably. What have we done? We've discussed the issues of poverty with our family and friends. We've posted information on our Facebook, and we've donated money to the Children's Defense Fund. The Children's Defense Fund is a non-profit child organization that has worked relentlessly over 35 years to help children and give them a equal level. Their mission statement is to ensure every child a healthy start, a head start, a fair start, a safe start, and a moral start in life, and successful passage to adulthood with the help of caring families and communities. And the Children's Defense Fund mainly works with or pays particular attention to the needs of poor and minority children and those with disabilities. If you go to this website right here, this is where you can go and you can donate money through the website. They have offices all over Georgia, Florida. The main office is in Washington, D.C.
Okay, we also have a handout for you to get involved. As you know, we've been talking about you can advocate, donate, whatever you want. It's also the second harvest on here for people who want to volunteer in Valdosta. You can go down there and volunteer. It's passing around, get some ideas. You can always advocate for one of the causes we have up there. You just don't have to donate. And also, you look on there, I have UNICEF on there. It's to donate and also volunteer. You can see the website, get involved, maybe even bring something to our campus. And so we can get this cause out there for everybody to know more information.
That concludes our presentation. If I have any questions.